So it seems that the House of Mouse continues to trip over their own mouse ears. And this time it was at the premiere of the Haunted Mansion film at Disneyland, just a couple of days before Disneyland's 68th birthday. What an unexpected turn, as it became the first major Hollywood event to be impacted by the SAG-AFTRA actor strike. So Saturday night's red carpet affair looked a little different from what the studio originally had in mind. So yeah, whew, what a mess. Let's dive in. Here we go. Listen, this was an expansive list of B-level actors cast in Haunted Mansion, and they were initially set to grace the red carpet in front of the iconic Haunted Mansion ride. And of course, when the actors called a strike, well, like every Disney attraction or film these days, something went terribly wrong. It turns out that strike guidelines forbid not only on-camera work, but also promotional activities, which include premieres and interviews, and apparently also cosplay. So if you caught the video that I did about Comic-Con, you'll understand that reference. Now, as a result, of course, these stars were no longer able to attend the event. Grant, are these people stars? I don't think any of these people are actually stars.
But why? Who the hell are these people?
So of course, this actually left quite the void on the red carpet, as the film will also likely experience the same kind of void in movie theaters, because it probably isn't going to make any money. And while other studios and streamers chose to cancel their upcoming events, Disney decided to move forward with this premiere, putting its creativity to the test. And boy, was their lack of creativity clearly on display. In the absence of actors, they drug out the beloved theme park characters. So you had Mickey and Minnie and Maleficent and Snow White's evil queen and Cruella. They were all out there entertaining the fans, posing for nonsensical photos, and bringing no ghosts, no iconic ghosts to the red carpet, which would have made a lot more sense. You had annoying influencers there and some special guests, whatever those are. They were treated to private access to the Haunted Mansion attraction that everyone could experience every day. So once again, I'm not sure what the point was. I'm not sure I would describe this as an enchanting evening. Anyway, as the event progressed forward, producer Jonathan Elrich and director Justin Simien, and of course some of the crew, made their appearances in front of all this hubbub. And they joined the festivities probably about halfway through from all descriptions. And Simien, who was the mastermind behind the film, we're using that word rather loosely. Anyway, he stopped for group photos before addressing the press. And you can just imagine the excitement of the crowd when no one knows who's talking about a film that no one cares about. But anyway, Simien shared his mixed emotions, stating, "I feel very ambivalent about it, but at the same time, I'm just so proud of this cast and Katie Dippold, the brilliant screenwriter. Honoring their work and their words was my main motivation for being here tonight. It's sad that they couldn't be here, but I fully support their decision, and I'm honored to represent them in their absence." Strangely enough, I actually imagine the reception to his words was not the difference maker, either for the strike or for the eventual failure of this film. Now, Simien highlighted also the importance of the AI issues that are being discussed in SAG-AFTRA's negotiations, same ones that are actually being discussed in the writers, just a little bit different. And he was emphasizing the need to address them, and I actually agree with that. It was probably the second most important thing that was said this evening, with the first most important thing being, good night, everyone. Now, following the red carpet affair, the premiere continued with a screening at California Adventure's Hyperion Theater, which means you actually had to walk about 400 or 500 yards to get from one park to the other park just to see this film. And Simien, of course, took the stage there as well, reminiscing about his time working at Disneyland and expressing his gratitude towards his collaborators and Disney executives. I didn't know he worked at Disneyland, but then again, probably nobody else did either. Now, if you think my dad jokes are lame, Simien actually topped me here, saying, "Although we find ourselves in a strange time for the industry, there are some folks who couldn't be here tonight. Of course, I am referring to the multiple walkouts on RuPaul's Drag Race. I must say, this season has been quite the drama, but that's not the only thing happening. There are other important matters too." I'm sure that went over as like a lead balloon, as, well, many of my jokes do as well. He also gave a shout out to the cast, recognizing their outstanding contributions to a film that only a handful of people are going to see. And SAG-AFTRA initiated the work stoppage, of course, after failed negotiations with the AMPTP, and the studios and streamers presented a deal that included significant pay increases, higher caps on pension and health contributions, audition protections, which makes sense, and shortened series option periods, which would, well, be beneficial to people. They did have an AI proposal to protect actors' digital likenesses, but it really didn't go far enough. And SAG-AFTRA president Fran Drescher deemed the offer insulting and disrespectful, highlighting a substantial amount of money that is given to the CEOs while claiming poverty. Strong words indeed, but I'm not sure that the class warfare angle is the way to go. Now, while the actors' strike already has left its mark on Disney's Haunted Mansion premiere, it's likely just to be the first of many. In fact, it already has been. This first event showcased how low energy these events are and only generate a low buzz with their top tier talent these days. So I'm not sure why anybody would care about any of these things or ever have. As the industry grapples with the negotiations, I know you're absolutely looking forward to more lukewarm films with the support of a thready pulse media blitz. But hey, maybe I'm wrong. What do you think? Was Haunted Mansion the film doomed from the very beginning to a soft premiere reception regardless of the strike? Would it have mattered if any of these actors showed up? Probably not, but that's my opinion. I'd like yours. Will the strike actually influence any film's success or failure upon, well, this particular film's release, or any other release for that matter? And have you heard of this film? Did you even know it was coming out? I can't tell you how many people told me, what are you talking about? Well, there's actually a Haunted Mansion movie coming out real soon. Anyway, please leave your comments down below and let's converse over how consequential movie premieres really are. My argument would be they're not at all. And as always, be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others. Wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. And until next time, bye.